Every night, the doors of the temple were closed. Yet every morning, fresh mud was found on the feet of Lord Jagannath. Where did the Lord go in the middle of the night? When a devoted follower decided to uncover this mystery, his entire life changed forever. Not far from Puri lived a young man named Haridas. Since childhood, he had been a devoted worshipper of Lord Jagannath. But one question always troubled his heart. Does God truly hear the prayers of his devotees? One day, he asked an elderly temple priest this very question. The priest smiled and replied, "The day your faith becomes greater than your doubts, you will find your answer." But Haridas was not satisfied. He decided that very night he would discover the truth for himself. Night fell. The massive temple doors were closed, and silence covered the surroundings. Haridas hid behind an old banyan tree near the temple. Around midnight, the atmosphere suddenly changed. A cool breeze began to blow, and Haridas felt his heart pounding. Then he sensed an invisible divine presence emerging from the temple sanctum. Moments later, that unseen presence transformed into a radiant golden light and silently moved toward a nearby village. Gathering his courage, Haridas followed the glowing light. After walking for quite some time, the divine light entered a small, broken hut. The hut belonged to an elderly poor woman, whom everyone in the village knew as one of Lord Jagannath's greatest devotees. As soon as the light entered, the entire hut filled with a heavenly glow. Haridas slowly approached the doorway. What he saw left him completely stunned. There sat Lord Jagannath himself, beside the old woman as she slept peacefully, gently fanning her with great love and compassion, like a caring father watching over his child. Tears streamed down Haridas's face. As he stepped forward to fall at the Lord's feet, he suddenly lost consciousness and collapsed. The next morning, Haridas woke up in his own bed, not near the old woman's hut. Confused, he rushed straight to the Jagannath temple. The moment he looked at the Lord's feet, he froze. Fresh mud was still clinging to them, the very same mud he had seen outside the old woman's hut the previous night. At that moment, Haridas needed no more proof. He broke down in tears. He realized it had not been a dream. From that day onward, he understood that Lord Jagannath does not remain only within the temple. He goes wherever his true devotees are, sharing their pain and blessing them with his divine love. Every night, the doors of the temple were closed. Yet every morning, fresh mud was found on the feet of Lord Jagannath. Where did the Lord go in the middle of the night? When a devoted follower decided to uncover this mystery, his entire life changed forever. Not far from Puri lived a young man named Haridas. Since childhood, he had been a devoted worshipper of Lord Jagannath. But one